All right. Welcome to the session. You already know the session live. I'm your host, Frederick Whitlow II, but you all know me as Minister Fred too. Do not call me Junior. That's a problem. You already know that's a problem. So listen, I'm excited about our guest. Listen, this guest that I have today, she's amazing. Amazing. And really, when we talk about what she does, oh my goodness, another level. But listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get right in. Don't forget, share this with 7 people. You know how we do this every week. We do this every week. And if you're on travel, we got you too. But right now, I need you to go to the YouTube channel, No More Dirty INC, and make sure that you do me a favor. And now listen, this is good. You don't want to miss this show. So we're going to give you some of this Miss Me by AI Anomaly. She's really dope. She's a great MC, got a great vibe. And when we come back, you're going to meet my guest. Listen, she's no stranger to the community. She's no stranger to doing great things. But until then, enjoy this joint. Hey, Professor, let's put them on.
A lot of times I've talked myself out of things. I had doubts, I had fears. Held me back. Sometimes I had to tell myself with my complaints, miss me with that. Miss me, along with others with those same doubts about me. Miss me with that. Negativity. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. Go ahead and miss me with that. Miss me with that. Oh no, I can't kick it with that. I ain't with that. Go ahead and miss me with that. Miss me with that. Ain't no time to wait. Quiet your complaint. Move on my way. Go ahead and miss me with that. Miss me with that. Steady pacing, steady moving, that's the way to go. I ain't quitting, I ain't giving in and letting go. It's looking crooked, I ain't swayed, I'ma keep it going. I feel broken, I feel lost, about to brush it off. Keep it broken, keep it focused, keep it forward, yo. I see you pushing, keep pursuing. If you take a loss, take your bow, grab it by the neck, tell it quiet down. Passion pumping, go ahead and flex, got it off the ground. Anything other than that. Miss me with that, miss me with that. Go ahead and miss me with that, miss me with that. Oh no, I can't kick it with that. I ain't with that. Go ahead and miss me with that, miss me with that. Ain't no time to wait. Quiet your complaint. Move on my way. Go get us. Type of people you should keep around you. Don't be consumers. They always wanting but never have enough. Be producers. Be consistent. Doors will open up and keep it loyal. Integrity. It really means so much. Money manage. Make your profit. Let it make some noise and quit complaining. Go find a way that you can make some changes. What life you living? If it ain't true, quit your fairy telling it. Get your tail up. Make some moves. Grow from failing. Watch the winners. Take some notes. And don't be jealous. Ask your questions. Learn something. Then go teach some lessons. Be about your business. Start and finish. You don't need pushing. Keep away from foolish intention. Don't let that lazy hit you. Rooted in my faith. Keep my mission in my face. Got a vision I can taste. I ain't greedy with this steak. I ain't afraid to share the plate. But if you ain't about this weight, it's plenty room up in this space. Go ahead and find your way. But miss me with that. Yeah. Completely miss me with that. Yeah. That fear coming. I can't get with that. No. That doubt coming. I can't get it with that. No. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. Go ahead and miss me with that. Miss me with that. Oh no, I can't kick it with that. I ain't with that. Go ahead and miss me with that. Miss me with that. Ain't no time to wait. Quiet your complaint. Tell my dogs, tell my fears. Move out my way. Go ahead and miss me with that. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. Ain't no time to wait. Had to tell myself. Quiet your complaint. Had to tell myself. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. Go ahead and miss me with that. Miss me with that.
All right, welcome back to the session live here in the studio, live in the studio, not streaming, but in the studio is Jordan Rubidoux. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Fred.
Hey, listen. We are glad to have you. Now you gotta talk to the folk. You gotta talk to them because we reach a lot of people, and really ultimately is just sharing really good stuff. And if someone's sitting in that seat over there, then it's a real situation. So, first of all, Jordan, we want to do a little icebreaker.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So, 3 fun facts. 1, 2, 3. 3 fun facts about you outside what we're going to talk about.
Okay, 3 fun facts about me.
1.
Number 1, I'm a mama to a beautiful little girl. She's 8 years old.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm a certified scuba diver.
Wait. You be doing.
Yes, I'll be doing the. Yeah. Yes.
So where have you scuba dived before?
I have scuba dove in the Cayman Islands, Mexico, Jamaica, pretty much a lot of the Caribbean. I've dove.
Okay, you're a Caribbean.
Yeah, I am a Caribbean girl.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. And number 3?
And I would say number 3 is I'm not a Huntsville native. I'm actually a Birmingham native.
Really?
Yes.
What part of Birmingham?
So I actually grew up in a little small town called Pleasant Grove.
I know where that is.
Shocking. Nobody does.
No, seriously. I know where that is.
Yeah, that's shocking. Nobody.
I lived in Birmingham, and I actually lived in the Woodlawn area.
Yes, I know exactly where Woodlawn is.
Yeah. So that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
I know.
So listen, this is why you got to tune into the session live, because you never know who's going to be our special guest, who's sitting in the seat, and who's going to deliver some great information. So, do you have a favorite quote that you live by? And if so, you got to tell us.
I actually do.
Okay.
I live by the quote, "Strength is what we gain from the madness we survive."
Wait. You kind of moved. Strength is what we gain from the
madness we survive.
The madness we survive. Okay, you got to explain that.
So the reason that I love it so much is because we all go through something at some point in our lives that can be detrimental or just really tragic or traumatic or something along those lines. But when we come out on top, it's our strength. So that madness that we're in is the strength that we gain to keep on surviving in life.
Wow, that's kind of deep. You went deep already. I didn't even ask about the backstory. So listen, what are you most passionate about now? And tell us a little bit about your backstory. You shared that you're from the Birmingham area, Pleasant.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Pleasant Grove.
Pleasant Grove. I remember. Okay, so who is Jordan Rubidoux? Before we get into the good stuff.
So I, like I said, I'm a mama. I grew up in Birmingham, and then I also actually graduated high school in Houston, Texas.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
You went from Birmingham to Houston.
Yes. So my parents are divorced, but I was raised by fabulous parents who actually had me in high school and have become amazing role models. So it's amazing that they're where they're at, and
that's cool.
That they're a huge example for me of overcoming triumph no matter what life throws in front of you. So I have a lot to thank them for.
I think this is really cool given what you do. You're an overcomer. Now we're going to talk about, we work together in within our both agencies doing a lot of good, but what are you passionate about now? Given all the life experiences, being a mom, being a really type of caregiver for the community, Talk to the folk. What are you most passionate about?
I am most passionate about helping others. I spent 11 years in the medical field, but I really just wanted to find another avenue of how I could really help people and become a really strong advocate and teach people how to help themselves. So that became really a life passion of mine after I graduated from college. Yeah.
So I want to go to this song, and I think this is going to be a good song that will be a precursor to us talking about what you do now.
Okay.
It's a young lady. She's an MC, amazing MC, and her name is Bria Miles, and she says, I am no ... And the people you serve sometimes get labeled or just trying to figure it out.
Yes, definitely.
And so this video is going to kind of speak volumes to our young ladies, and especially to people in general, but to our queens and our princesses. Listen, you are somebody.
Yes, you are.
And after this conversation with us, you're going to be like, oh, I get it. I get it. So here it is, Bria Miles. We'll be right back with your guest, my friend, your guest, Jordan Rubino. We'll be right. Hey, Professor, let's go, bro.
Pretty power buzzing, you know I be flossing. That petty, you know I'm bobbing. I be pretty power buzzing, you know I be flossing. What you see and what you get, cause I'm more than what you think. You can get it through your head, I'm above your expectations. I surpass everything that you hope of thinking. Can I confine me, define me, or deny me? The level is evident, clear, I'm heaven sent. Preeminent, I'm president, listen. Top notch, once you watch, once I cop, level on top, watch you watch while I pop. God enters when I step in this. You know my name, put some respect on it. What you see and what you get, cause I'm more than what you think. You can get it through your head, I'm above your expectations. Now, y'all knew we was coming, but you didn't know we would come like this. Yeah, as long as you know that I'ma do me just like I'm supposed to. But if I do choose you, watch what you say, me and her not the same. Oh yeah, you know my name. Oh no, I ain't these, put some respect on my name. What you see and what you get, cause I'm more than what you think. You can get it through your head, I'm above your expectations. I know that Betty, you know I'm bobbing. I be pretty power buzzing, you know I be flossing. I know that Betty, you know I'm bobbing. I be pretty power buzzing, you know I be flossing.
This that big walk, here to match that big talk, that boss sauce. Been paid the coach, been on, never switched off. Give us all our rings before the kickoff, watch us lift off. Took all of our injuries with insults, so my pencil is a stencil. Tracing out the will of God over instrumentals. The credentials presidential, never Monica Lewinsky, but I kept it influential.
Hey, influential, that's on God. Now I never do the same thing twice, that's on boss. On boss, let me tell you how it go. Ain't no hope, no. I'm about to change the game with Bria, Tay, and Mo. So look at what we doing, always moving, no, we don't grow. People open up your eyes and see the things you don't know. We break these limits, ain't conforming to your stats. Never stop, we finish cause we ain't to this and that. As long as you know that I'ma do me just like I'm supposed to. But if I do choose you, watch what you say, me and her not the same. Oh yeah, you know my name. Oh no, I ain't these, put some respect on my name. I know.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You are tuned into the session live with our special guest, the famous Jordan Rubino. Welcome.
Thank you.
So listen, I I definitely want to dig deeper.
Yeah.
You work for an organization called Crisis Services of North Alabama.
Yes, I do.
So let's dig in. Let's talk about that in terms of anxiety and some of the things that how was it created? Why was it created? Those kind of things. Let's talk to the folk on that first and foremost.
So, Crisis Services was created to serve individuals and families in crisis, serving Limestone County, Morgan County, Jackson County, and Madison County. And but the way that we work is we don't define a crisis for anybody. So, a crisis can be anything that's going on in your life.
You know what? I love that perspective because most of the time, crisis is labeled up front without necessarily having all the figures and all of the realities.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, but we also, one of our main things is we serve sexual assault victims and domestic violence victims, providing them resources, exams. We provide a safe place for them to go should that be needed. We have several services that we offer to people in situations.
So given we are in a space now in society where anxiety is a big thing, how do you address that? There's a video I want to show, but I know anxiety is a big thing as it relates to crisis. Talk to the phone.
So with anxiety, we have a 24/7, 365-day a year helpline that has highly trained crisis counselors on it that are trained to, talk you through any type of anxiety that you may be experiencing.
Wow.
So, I mean, literally, I always tell people it doesn't matter what time of day, what day, what holiday, somebody is always there to answer the phone and just talk to you and be a non-biased resource for you and really get you through that.
I think that's deep because sometimes people just need to get it off their chest.
Exactly. Yes.
Speak it off their chest. So speak it out of their mind.
Exactly. And we would love for you to call us and, kind of debrief and get it off of your chest and then be able to go home to your loved ones or your family and be able to be in a better, mental state and not have that anxiety heavy on your mind, but you've already been able to kind of debrief with somebody else.
So in terms of the mission, what is the mission now of Crisis Services of North Alabama?
Our mission is just to continue serving the individuals and families of our counties that we serve that are in crisis, continue to try to drive down the numbers of domestic violence and sexual assault. I mean, we'll never get it to zero, but if we can even get the numbers lower than what they are, we're succeeding in our mission.
The heartbeat of Crisis Services of North Alabama, what I love about it, and I'm going to switch hats from the No More Dirty platform, Minister Fred, to the Mr. Whitlow working in housing. One of the things I love about working with Jordan and the whole team there at Crisis Services of North Alabama is that they have been such a blessing in terms of, and a serious help. So I've had families that have been super, super crisis.
Right.
And have made that call on that helpline. And we're going to give you that information.
Yes.
And there's some of you all that are watching and you're viewing this and you're like, man, I am that person.
Yes.
I am that person. I'm full of anxiety. I'm dealing with post depression, anxiety, and hurt, and emotional abuse, and financial abuse. We're going to talk about your new initiative. I mean, these kind of things, at some point, we really have to say, listen, there is a solution.
There is. And, and that's why we always say when you call the helpline, if you're fleeing an abuser, and you've finally decided to make that call, which is the most brave thing you can ever do, that's what we're there for. That's what we're available for. And we always will be. And the most important thing to ever remember with Crisis Services of North Alabama is everything we do is free.
Wait. So the counselors, the contact, the services that are referred from you to them, to others, professionals, is at no cost?
It's at complete no cost. So you can come in and have an exam. Wow. It's completely free. Call our helpline, completely free. Come in and have a support group, completely free. Everything that we do as a nonprofit is completely free. We will never ask for a single penny.
So here's what I want to do, because we got to now dig, because people are watching and there are someone, and listen, but two out of every five is like dealing with some type of trauma.
Mhm.
You know, I've had other guests, we've dealt with some other type of trauma, mental trauma, but we're going to dig a little bit deeper. But I'm really excited. There's an artist, Jekka Soul, and she has a song called Anxiety. And it talks about being in a space where it's just not healthy. And sometimes what you have to do in speaking to yourself
Yes.
as relates to anxiety, and do you want better, and how do we get to that point? So
Yes.
here it is, Jekka Soul. The video is called Anxiety, and we'll be back. We're going to get a little bit deeper. Please stay tuned for this amazing conversation with Jordan Rubino. We'll be right back. The session live.
Why you worry about what I'm always doing? This dream is all that I'm pursuing. When we together, I feel like time ain't moving. No time to waste, I am not the one for losing. Why you worry about what I'm always doing? This dream is all that I'm pursuing. When we together, I feel like time ain't moving. No time to waste, I am not the one for losing. Don't be mine, it's anything you're wasting time without you. I'm just doing fine. I get you right about my mind. Sometimes I know me, not my man, you just my homie. Only call me when you're lonely, just to say you wanna hold me. Talking about I want your friends, they're the ones in my deep. Oh, yeah. Lately I'm feeling emotions. I promise I'm not of that bullshit. To all of my friends I've been ghosting. Love you but I've been chosen. Lately I'm feeling emotions. I promise I'm not of that bullshit. To all of my friends I've been ghosting. Love you but I haven't chosen. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go and get it. I gotta go and get it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go and get it. I gotta go and get it. No more taking shots to the head till I'm gone. The remedy switched up to great in my zone. Leave me alone, you ain't know what I'm on. Chasing his stone, don't hit my line. You wasting your time. I'm gonna shine. I'm not what I've done, but mommy my life. I'm straight from the sun. Out of sight, out of mind, out of time. You ain't it, made your pick. First round, I'm taking it. You didn't know assist. My friends are driving me crazy. Said that I'm not the same. Since I met you, you know I had to go and switch my lane. Lately I'm feeling emotions. I promise I'm not of that bullshit. So all of my friends have been ghosting. Love you but I've been chosen. Lately I'm feeling emotions. I promise I'm not of that bullshit. So all of my friends have been ghosting. Love you but I haven't chosen. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go and get it. I gotta go and get it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go and get it. I gotta go and get it. Truly amazed by how much I done changed. What you did for me ain't no even exchange. I was all about chasing. I wanted a fake man. Ain't want no hate man. Now I hit my praise dance. But I do it for the coaches, for the king. I want the crown, you just want the ring. Never all levitate, my God, he elevate. Risen to demonstrate he's the truth. What you gonna do? Blessings keep falling down. I know I messed around. Blessings keep falling down. Even though I messed around. Lately I'm feeling the motions. I promise I'm not off that bullshit. To all of my friends I've been ghosting. Love you, but I have been chosen. Lately I'm feeling the motions. I promise I'm not off that bullshit. To all of my friends I've been ghosting. Love you, but I have been chosen. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go and eat it. I gotta go and eat it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta go and eat it. I gotta go and eat it.
No More Dirty TV show, hosted by Minister Fred 2, airing the cleanest and dopest music videos in the industry every Wednesday and Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on the No More Dirty Inc. YouTube channel. We got clean, positive Christian hip hop and urban music for your viewing and listening pleasure. We also have music video exclusives, interviews, cyclists, life lessons, and more. Make sure to follow us at Minister Fred 2, at No More Dirty Inc., and at No More Dirty Radio Show. For more information, email us at info@nomoredirty.org or call 256-698-9749. The No More Dirty TV show. Connect with us. Tune in.
Welcome back to the session with Jordan Rubidoux.
Woohoo!
We get some clap here on the next one. So listen, here we go. Let me do this real quick. So they'll know what we do over the weekend with the music and the TV. So we'll do that, and then we got to get in because we got to get deep because you shared something offline. You got it there.
Yeah.
All right. So every Friday, we do the No More Dirty TV show, and that's where you get all the music videos, hot latest interviews, the juicy stuff. And it's really artists that really have decided to do real clean stuff and do inspirational things in terms of their music presentation, in terms of their spoken word, the whole nine. So that's every Friday. And actually, we do it on Wednesdays now. So Wednesday nights and Friday nights, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All of this is on our channel, No More Dirty INC. There's a YouTube channel. We stream it on LinkedIn. So this is on LinkedIn, this show even, as well as all the other major platforms, right? All right. So then on Saturdays, we do this show. That's my partner. See, y'all don't ever see Professor X, but he's always behind the scenes. Sometimes we fuss and fight, but that's my brother anyway. So anyway, it's every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then if you're on travel, you can also catch it again on Monday nights at 7:30. Then on Sundays, we all over the place. That's
Sounds
the No More
like it.
Dirty Radio Show. And you got to be on our show.
I know. I want to be on it so
Okay,
bad.
so consider it done. We're going to figure that out. All right.
Sounds great.
Plus, going into the next month, it's going to be really juicy stuff.
Oh.
You might as well be part of our juicy. Yes, an artist. All right, so here we go. 5 p.m. G93. Shout out to Ed Gaines. 6 p.m. we're on We Up 103. That's how, if you're in the Huntsville, North Alabama, you just in on there. They have an app, and then of course you can go to our app, No More Dirty Inc. We have a YouTube channel as well. And then on Mondays we rock worldwide actually, and we're on the envision-radio.com platform. And they're like, I think we're probably like over 10 countries
Wow, that's amazing.
outside what's rolling around in the States, and that's
Yeah.
50 there. So you can get all of this stuff. You can always check it out. No More Dirty Inc. This is a YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, blah, 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 blah. And then you can go to the website, nmdinc.org, or just put in nomoredirty.org, and you'll get all of this stuff. All right, bring it back in, bro. So let's dig in on your story. Now, you said you're passionate because you want to see people saved. What's your title now that you're working in the community, especially crisis services of North Alabama? What's your actual professional title?
So my professional title is volunteer coordinator as well as the sexual assault prevention educator.
Wow, wait, that's a lot.
That's a lot. I know.
That's a lot. You're doing a lot.
But I also am a medical advocate for our victims who come in for exam.
Wow.
So lots of hats.
Wow, that's cool though, because I mean, you know what? You to be passionate about seeing people better,
Hmm.
and you see something that's medically wrong or something that can be addressed medically, and then to turn around and say, "Okay, listen, I know you've been through some type of assault. Oh, no, wait, you want to volunteer? Come on, help me out." You know, and do all of that in one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Shira.
Yeah, I love it. With being volunteer coordinator, I manage our crisis line. So I am, like I literally just said, I manage the crisis line that
Wow.
anybody would call into. I also work directly with all of the volunteers who work with our organization. I work to recruit volunteers and everything along those lines. But then also, the other job that I love the most is being the sexual assault prevention educator, because I get to
Okay.
work with amazing people like you, Fred, and
Hey.
the Huntsville Housing Authority. And I
That's
get to
right. That's
work in
right.
our schools, doing everything we can to teach about sexual assault prevention. So,
And it's really important because the conversation is not happening in homes
right,
anymore.
exactly.
Because back in the day, it used to be, we're going to talk about what you're going to do before you even think about getting involved and doing something.
Right.
Now there's like, so much brokenness in the parents and the breakdown in family
Right,
that
exactly.
kids they're actually becoming their own type of adult,
Hmm.
and they don't have a lot of the wisdom because they're so young.
Right. And
And
so
so sexual assault programs are just so needed.
they're so needed. And so we're able to get out into the housing authority with y'all. We're able to get out into the college campuses and the high schools. We're able to just really expand and really try to get the word out about how to prevent sexual assault and really try to decrease the numbers of what's happening.
And I love the fact that it's helping people to identify
Right.
what sexual assault is.
Yes.
Because some people just don't know. They doing too much.
Right.
You put your hands on somebody and force it, bro, that's not cool.
Right.
But if you don't know that's not cool, or if you've seen that in your neighborhood, or you've seen that done in your family tree,
Hmm.
then the origin is natural.
Right.
Wow.
Exactly. And we're able to address not just sexual assault, but we're able to address financial abuse, domestic abuse,
Wow.
mental abuse, and sexual abuse. So we're able to address all categories of it. And I think where a lot of confusion happens is people think that abuse is just something that you physically see on somebody. So bruises and bumps and cuts, but somebody can really be in an abusive relationship and you have absolutely no idea.
We're going to come back and talk about that,
Yeah.
the new program. But I do want to ask this because we were talking offline a little bit.
Yeah.
Your backstory and why this is so important to you.
So the reason that I joined Crisis Services in North Alabama and the reason that this is so passionate to me is I was actually a victim of domestic violence myself. So I was in a domestic violence marriage. It took me years to get out. It took me, multiple times of leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back and going through that cycle of abuse, and then really getting into therapy and realizing what I was actually going through and that it actually was abuse. That once I really went through that and I figured out, oh yeah, that really was an abusive relationship, that I said, I want to be able to get on their side and empower and advocate for people who have been in my shoes.
Okay. So I'm do we want to go to another video and then come back and talk about your services, or?
That's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Because I mean, that's heavy. Like, in fact, let's do this. Instead of going to a music video, Professor, let's actually go to a little snippet that deals with one of the services that you provide.
Yes.
Forensic.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go there and then let's get right in on those type of services. All right, here it is. A little bit of Crisis Services of North Alabama and one of the things that they provide, and then we'll dig in on the other services.
Sounds great.
Check it out. Here we go.
If you are leaving an abusive relationship, you may feel scared and alone, unsure of where to turn or where to go for help. You may not know what resources are available to you and your children or how to access them. You may feel like a new place is scarier than staying, but hope is waiting for you at the other end of the helpline. Our volunteers can connect you to an advocate who can help you plan to leave as safely as possible. When I ended up in the hospital, Crisis Services provided me a domestic violence responder who held my hand as the forensic photographer interviewed me and documented the damage to my body and face. She provided me with resource information of the services provided by Crisis Services and let me know I wasn't alone. When it was time to go to the courthouse to file a restraining order against my abuser, a domestic violence advocate met me there. She walked me through what to expect in the courtroom, what to expect afterwards, and reminded me that I wasn't alone. Now, after living over 3 years free of intimate partner violence, Crisis Services and its staff continues to support me in areas of advocacy and my journey of healing. Hope Place is more than just a shelter. It's safe, secure, temporary housing equipped with knowledgeable, caring staff who want to see you empowered to start living a life free of intimate partner violence. Because hope is where our heart is. If you or someone you know is experiencing intimate partner violence, please don't suffer in silence. Crisis Services of North Alabama is here for you 24 hours a day at no cost. You deserve to live a life free of violence. We see you, we hear you, and we believe you.
Wow. Boy,
You know,
this is kind of deep. Listen,
very
welcome
deep.
back to the
Yeah.
session. Like, this is not your average, show we put on. This is really deep.
yes.
So like the care, like in the video, you saw how caring the nurse practitioner or the specialist or the doctor was.
Yeah, so that video is kind of representing when people come into our shelters and, how we provide them a safe place. So, with our shelters, nobody knows about it. Nobody.
There it is. You getting clapped all over the
I'm getting
place.
clapped
Oh,
all over the place.
Just give it up for Jordan Rubidoux and Crisis Services of North Alabama. All right, go ahead.
But with our shelters, they're completely undisclosed. Nobody knows anything. So it provides you a safe place to get to a comfortable place of, I guess, where you're able to get away
Right.
from your
And a place of refuge.
a place of refuge. Yes, that's
Yeah.
a great way to put it. Yes.
Because I can speak to this from my professional job during the day working in housing, that Crisis Services of North Alabama has been a big help for our families, and not just most typically we know that there are more women who are abused, but we've had men too.
Yeah, and that's actually what a
for
lot of
real.
people are shocked about is our shelters are not just for women, they're for men too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
men are welcome at our shelters, and we get that question a lot. Is it just a women's shelter? No,
Yeah.
it's a men's shelter as well.
And at the end of the day, it's really about people being safe
Correct.
and understanding their value. So let's
Yes.
talk about some of those specific services that Crisis Services of North Alabama provide.
So specifically, we provide free forensic nurse exams. So if you're a victim of sexual assault, domestic violence with strangulation, you
Wow.
can come in and see a forensic nurse examiner and have a medical advocate with you. We also have care services. We have our 24/7 crisis line that I've already kind of mentioned.
Right.
We have 211 housed in our building. So-
Let's take a minute and talk about 211
Yes.
because we've talked, and we'll come back to that in terms of domestic violence, sexual assault, blah, blah, blah. But let's talk about 211 because that is very important
Yes.
for just people in general
Mhm.
to understand.
The
And
two-
it's online.
Yeah,
And it's
211 is an amazing resource. I mean, if you have any question about needing help with rent, utilities, groceries, a doctor, a ride, you name it, they've got a resource for it. So you just dial 211 from your phone, put in your zip code, and it'll direct you straight to a phone answerer, and they
right.
will, get you the resources that you need. So it's amazing.
And I think that's interesting. And it's interesting, but it's also good. Let me explain why, and then we'll get back into the other
Yes.
services. But I think what I know to be a fact is that when I'm working with some of my residents, they're like, Mr. Whitlow. And I'm like, hey, Mr. So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so. And they're like, listen, where do I want to learn more about farmers market, or
Right.
I want to start eating healthier, or it could be, I'm trying to stop smoking, Mr. Whitlow.
Mhm.
Or it might be, oh man, Mr. Whitlow, listen, I lost my job and I'm short by $60 on my rent, or Mr. Whitlow, Mr. And it's,
Yep.
and these are the most common things that are still a crisis in the moment.
Exactly.
It may not be as big as something else, but it's still a crisis when there's a lack.
Well, and it's a crisis to them.
Correct. Which is
So-
what I like about the
Yes.
organization.
Yes.
You don't necessarily say, well, that's not a crisis. Yeah, this is a crisis. No, it's a crisis.
No,
Let's
it's a crisis regardless. We don't put a definition on what a crisis is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to this.
So, but we also provide court advocacy. So our court
Wow.
advocates can help with getting things like a protection from abuse order.
Okay.
Then we also have things such as our education programs, which is suicide prevention education and the sexual assault prevention education. We have our domestic violence responder program, which is another volunteer-based program, but they actually do ride-alongs with Huntsville Police Department.
Awesome.
Yes, and they are actually present at domestic violence calls to kind of de-escalate the situation.
I like that. And then, working with some of the other organizations where they have other ride-alongs,
Mhm.
whether that is clergy or whether that is those are crisis professionals like yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. Okay, so I want to take one more privilege and let's go. I want to share the forensic side because you showed about what it's like on the domestic side.
Right.
So let's show a little bit of that, and then we're going to go into a song by Heesan Lee, and it's about the future. And if we're not careful, and this is ladies as well, not just men, but if we're not careful, we may find ourselves without a future, and we're stuck in the middle of a present-day crisis. So we'll be right back. Ms. Rubidoux in the building. It's on and popping. Let's give it to her. Bam! It's on and popping.
When you come to Crisis Services of North Alabama for a forensic exam, we want you to feel safe and comfortable. It takes courage to make the call and seek help, and our nurses and advocates are here 24 hours a day to ensure you receive compassionate care following an assault. Crisis Services of North Alabama's forensic nurses use a trauma-informed approach during evidence collection and photographic documentation of any injuries or trauma. This is especially important in the cases of strangulation. It's a severe situation needing immediate professional care. This evidence can be vital in assisting with prosecution, protection from abuse orders, and civil cases. Or if you are unsure about prosecution and are over the age of 19, this documentation can remain secure until you are ready to report.
Are we going to go? Hey, Professor, let's go ahead and put them on with Heesan Lee, dealing with the future, because we have one more segment I definitely want us to cover.
Yeah.
Some statistics.
Yes.
And then also there's some special people we need to say thank you to.
Yes, definitely.
Because listen, without this organization, man, I think we would be in a bigger crisis than what we do. So here it is, Heesan Lee. It's about the future. What do we do with crisis in the future?
Listen, take a look around, what we dealing with. All these rappers sound the same, no appealingness. Ain't nobody feeding souls, there's no meal in this. Robbing people's futures, we getting good at stealing this. I've been rhyming from the get-go, I rap low. Mission still the same, never changing, you can bet, bro. What defines success nowadays? Where the future? This is our days. All these rappers tripping now, they on a power craze. Think they run the world, cause some people like to shower praise on their lifestyle. This ain't nothing new. It's a shame we still live the same, ain't nothing grew. Let's talk about it, see a female rapper doing right. But they don't care, so you'll never see us roll the mic. If I ain't stripping down, then I lose tonight. So these dudes is right. Women only matter if they choose this life. This our day and age, I ain't playing games. All these women who support this, I ain't saying names. Nah, just go about your business. Your money be shaped, but your morals need some fitness. Women need to unify, I hear that all the time. But then they drop the B word and almost all they rhymes. Yo, they for real, tell me how this works. You go first, why you thinking you don't make this problem worse? Telling all these young faces they don't matter. Money, looks, and sex is the way you climb your ladder. You shatter but you got a couple broken vessels. Yo, I could never do what they be doing. Every day I remind myself what I'm pursuing. People said I'm fake cause I'm an Asian rapper, but here I'm trying to save hip-hop, that's what I'm going after. Yeah, and they say that lyricism died. Well, I'ma bring it back to life, watch this song revive. Every mind hypnotized by these current trends. See what music needs to stop streaming, their current ends. Yeah, yo, I hope you got that. I got love for every female, I don't knock that. And if you trying to change the game, don't ever stop that. Make a difference with the industry, don't wanna block that. Yeah, let's think about our future. Let's think about what we doing here. Whole generation talking to us, are we fluent here? Let's make it blue in here. Sky's the limit, got my whole crew in here. On a mission, never stop and do it bigger. Yeah, it's time you're moving here. Yeah, it's time you're moving here. Yeah, me that we had, tuja every day. I'm on Bogo Dahlia, got a right path, 우리 향해. 과거에서 벗어나다 finale. 담이 흘린 이 땅에서 새싹이 나네. Let's be better. Don't be a spectator. Make your steps greater. You can rest later. Let's do this. Yeah, it's a rap. It's how I got my story in. No longer am I worrying. You see me rapping Korean, I see the future pouring in. It's pouring and pouring and take this DeLorean flying high, that's what you saw me. And my future's up on the screen auditorium. Never look to the past like an historian. They told me to switch it up, be relevant. They told me to switch it up, be relevant. Spit like a mumble rapper.
That's good. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. No mumble rap here. She said, I'm about to put you on some bars. Hey, welcome back to the session live with our special guest, the amazing Jordan Rubidoux. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So listen, this is the wrap up, folks. There it is. There it is. Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
So, any other things you want to share? I think there's a couple things you want to share.
Yeah, I just want to briefly touch on a
Talking
couple
to
of
the mic.
I just want to briefly touch on a couple of statistics for a second. So this is according to RAINN, which is the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, that every 68 seconds an American is sexually abused.
Wow.
So I think
Every
that
68
every
seconds,
68
there's some type
seconds.
of that
Yes.
kind of abuse.
Yes. And so I think that's where a lot of people don't realize
68 seconds.
how high that number is.
Wait a minute. 68 seconds.
Every
not
68
68 hours.
Nope. Every
Not
68.
68 days.
Nope.
68 seconds.
Correct. Yes.
No, that's banana.
It's a huge, huge number.
Crazy.
Yes. It's unimaginable. And then, well, as far as domestic violence, this is according to the National Center Against Domestic Violence. On average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused
Wow.
by an intimate partner in the United States. So during 1 year, this equates to more than 10 million men and women.
Okay. 10 million men and women across the world. There's 254 to 260 billion.
Correct.
That's a lot of
That's
people.
a lot of people. And those are just
And these
reported.
are just reported.
Correct. So the numbers are even higher because this is just reported incidences.
So let's talk about that partner abuse. You were talking about that. How what's the distinction between that and domestic violence?
So intimate partner violence is somebody that you've been in a relationship with or you're having some type of relations with. So it can be a partner of any kind, but you're in an intimate relationship or you were previously in an intimate relationship with them.
Wow. So listen, folks, I hope you're listening to what she's saying. Like there's that level of just what we traditionally see as sexual and domestic abuse, but then there's that intimate partner. Listen, take the time to understand your partner.
Yes, definitely.
If your partner is doing things that are not healthy, that are considered abuse, a type of abuse,
yes,
then that's not a good relationship.
No, look for the red flags. That's all I've got to say. If there's red flags throwing up,
Yellow flag too.
yellow flags, you know, that's big sign, and you really need to look out for that.
So how can they find out more about this in terms of you have a website, a contact? Let's
Yes.
talk about that. I
So
think that's
you
important.
can go to our website, which is www.csna.org. And just always keep in mind it has a quick safety exit button. So if you need to quickly escape the website, you are able to do that. You can also contact our helpline at 256-716-1000. Again, that is a 24/7, 365-day-a-year number. You can also contact 211 at 211. So those are a lot of really important numbers.
That is deep. So 2-1-1.
Yes.
That's 3 numbers, folks. 211, and then hit dial.
Right.
I love the safety button. So if you're in that situation and
Right.
you're looking at the website or looking at something that has that's a text or whatever,
Yes.
you can hit a safety button and it
Yeah.
goes away.
It actually, I think it defaults to Wikipedia or the Webster's Dictionary or
That is
something. It
pretty
takes
dope.
you off of our website completely. And, we don't store cookies or anything like that. So they
That's
have
right.
no idea you were ever on our website.
That's great.
So we do all of that to protect you and to protect you from the abuse.
Wow. Any special
So
thanks?
we definitely want to thank you
Yeah.
for having us on the
We're
show.
glad to be a part.
We want to thank our community funders and corporation funders who really help us out since we are a nonprofit. We solely rely on grants and donations. We really want to give a special thanks to United Way. And we want to give a really huge thanks to everybody, all individuals who individually just donate to our organization. Without all of these contributions and grants and donations, we would not be able to do what we do. And so we are just so appreciative to everybody in the community and every corporation who helped us. And it's a huge honor to be able to serve our community in the way that we do.
Well, let me just say this in closing. We're just grateful for this organization, Crisis Service of North Alabama. Listen, folks, take the time to go to the website, www.csna.org.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to our website, we'll make sure we do the link too for you as well. But take the time to really peruse the website,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if you know someone. Listen, it's just a copy of a link, send a text, has a safety exit button, share that. Listen, 68 seconds, something's always going on in America and around the world.
It's
ridiculous.
It's large numbers. And again, remember that helpline number. I'm going to keep pushing it.
Push it.
256-716-1000. Give us a call.
Or 211 and then hit dial talk.
Yeah, and they will give you all of the resources. But if you need to talk in a crisis, you are a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault, call the 256-716-1000, and we will help you out. I promise.
Well, listen, on behalf of us here, we want to say thank you for, first of all, being on the show. Thank you to your executive director, your entire team. Of course, we rock together and with our other agencies that we do. Shout out to Huntsville Housing, obviously. That's part of my fam. And of course, the No More Dirty family. We always are about making sure that people have resource access.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And as long as there's a Crisis Services of North Alabama, shout out to Morgan, Jackson, and Madison and Limestone.
Mm-hmm.
So to all of you all, that 211 worked. And really, I'll say this because I'm a native of New York. There's a 211 number in every state.
Yes.
And every county should have one anyway.
Yeah. So our 211 actually serves more counties. I don't know all of the counties that they serve.
I got you.
But as crisis services, we service
the
four: Madison, Morgan, Limestone, Jackson.
Yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out there. All right. So any other, is that it? You got anything else?
I just want to say thank you so much for having us on today. If you need us, call us. I don't ever want anybody to need us because, I hate saying that, but there's a need. But there's a need,
listen,
and we're available.
Come on, let's stop.
So just call us, and I can promise you the people answering the phones are excellently trained.
There it is. So listen, on behalf of yours truly, I'm your host, Fred Whitlow II. Our special guest again, I need some claps, people. It's Jordan Rubidoux. Where's the clap?
We'll clap for myself.
Okay. Thank you. And we'll take you out with this Miami. You know, she used to be on what's that show? Miami. She's a rapper, and she went through a lot of trauma. And this song is called "The Greatest Comeback," and she too can speak volumes through that. So this is a little deeper than the other ones, but we want to give you a variety of different ethnicities, different songs, different types of how people have overcome, whether it's anxiety, whether it's trauma, abuse, or intimate partner violence. But at the end of the day, know your worth. And if you don't, you now have an organization, Crisis Service of North Alabama, that will help you identify your worth and become transformative in your action. So have a great one. We will do this again. And blessings and peace. And we out. Amen. Professor, let's give it to him.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing okay tonight. How are you?
I'm blessed.
I was wondering if I could just come in for a few minutes, for half an hour.
Well, young lady, we were about to close, but you're welcome to come in for a while. Come right in.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you so much.
Child, we praise God right here, baby. Yes, ma'am. Miami. Yeah. Okay, so boom. I ain't gonna lie, I was raised from the dead. Laid to rest, I thought it was over. Anxiety, mood in my chest, and fear pin in my head. Man, I was a mess. Swimming in my thoughts, but it all was a test. He raised me up like Lazarus. God said, come forth. I walked to him like I was in court, but changed from a mess. He saved me again and again and again. Man, I thought he was done with me. He lifted my head, told me his grace was sufficient, is all I ever need. And all that matters was my faith was small, just like a mustard seed. Plus it's forever you and me. He say he love me, that he never leave. God set me up for the biggest bounce back, the greatest comeback, yeah. Just so I can still believe and run after him, just like Shakira, yeah. I praise him high, I worship too, child. You know how we do it over here, yeah. Growing my faith with every setback, finna give it all to him, yeah. And it turns out this was all for his glory, time and time and time again. When I thought I was dead, my faith was alive. It went from 0 to 10. That's how I survived the greatest comeback I ever seen in my life. Look, I ain't gonna lie, I owe it all to him, and now my eyes, they open wide.
And the attack of the enemy is designed to make you say something about God that is opposite of the truth of God. And so what God will do is he will train you through pain to know that whether you have it all or have nothing, he is still good.
Okay, looking back at the time, I thought I felt best money I ever spent. It got me closer to him, thought I wasn't enough. He said, that's it. Told me to trust him and never quit. His love is forever and legit. He loved me through it. His love never bluff. Ain't no enemy finna win. When them clocks got late, we played this life like space. You know we really hit. He had 12 in his hand. Needed one book from me, that's all. And that's it. Just believe me, and that's it. I said just one. He said that's it. Say he'll be on the hook for, but we ain't gonna lose, cause that Bible said he good for it. God set me up for the biggest bounce back, the greatest comeback, yeah. just so I could still believe and run after him just like Shakira, yeah. I praise him high, I worship too. You know how we do it over here, yeah. Growing my faith with every setback, finna give it all to him, yeah. And it turns out this was all for his glory, time and time and time again. When I thought I was dead, my faith was alive. It went from 0 to 10. That's how I survived the greatest comeback I ever seen in my life. Look, I ain't gonna lie, I owe it all to him, and now my eyes stay open wide.
Jesus plus nothing is all you need. So quit measuring your entrance into heaven based on your behavior. Measure it based on your belief